There's a share screen.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. On that visitor's sideline, you get a look at the Washington head coach. His team's had their ups and downs early on, 3-3 through the first 6 games. On the other side, you've got the Cowboys head coach. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. And off we go from Arlington. Get across the 20, mark him at 22-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball, but he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
First down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Our first down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
To the air again is Daniels. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Here's a first carry for their running back. Now trying to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
But I think what they're counting on there, Mike, is that the defense expects the ball to be run inside the tackles, thinking on 3rd and short, just go get the first down. Try to catch him off guard with the toss play, but the defense was all over it. Great speed and pursuit to the ball, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the number 3 overall pick of the 2021 draft. From North Dakota State, it's Trey Lance.
Well, we had a chance to meet with him earlier in the week, and as you could probably expect, Mike, he wasn't exactly thrilled when we brought up last week's 4-interception performance. It was still bothering him. He's still trying to move from it, and I think that's the point. The ability to move on from bad games, that's really a testament to playing quarterback in the NFL. We're going to have some struggles, but if those struggles carry over into the next week's game, now we've got a problem.
Third down, 3 to go. Lance looking to throw.
Oh, come on.
And intercepted. That's the safety, Cameron Curl.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. We get in motion. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin.
Ah, whatever.
Taken down at the 25-yard line. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First and 10.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Donovan is a rocket. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone.
No! Ah!
Touchdown, Commanders. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Cowboys offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Ready. Hunt.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
That's into the hands of the fullback. And he is short of the goal line. They are in business at the 1-yard line. A big play for the Cowboys. It's a gain of 49.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL,
you
have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Set. 52 blue. Ready.
Williams.
Oh.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they shoved him backwards.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here, this could end up costing them 6 points.
One more time for Williams.
Damn it, man.
And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
Oh my goodness, what the fuck is going on?
Cam Hurl, the safety, burst through, and he comes up with a sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Ready.
Now, faking the give.
Whatever, dude. Oh, shit.
They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
On 1st down, Daniels. And that ball incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. It's 2nd down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath, but give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
Track. Blocking. Ready. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
Bronco switch.
Now Daniels. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw.
What the fuck ever?
Picked off by
Oh my god, dude. Whatever.
Commanders will take over possession here at the 44.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their 1st read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Commanders' offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10.
Reload.
Play action. Here's Daniels. He'll get this to the rookie from Tennessee. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down. Daniels now on 1st down. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. Good hustle by the defense. He beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. On play action, Daniels. A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got it. That's weekend. Matches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe.
And he will score! Hank Bigsby, touchdown Washington. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Bates for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Commanders will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
Cowboys, nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. They play it short, taken at the 15-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. They're in an early hole, 14-0. Start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Let's go now.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's good.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at
Set,
the
ready,
32-yard
set.
line.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
I'll throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. 3rd and long.
Jartavius Martin there defensively.
Set.
They'll run with Blue. And they'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5.
At the 29-yard
Let's go.
line.
Go set.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
We are through 1. It's the Commanders with the early lead. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 4th down coming up.
Let's go. Set.
Lance.
Come on, man. Bullshit.
The defense up to the
Oh, yeah,
challenge there.
Baron.
They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Greg, I know you're passionate about this, the change in the evolution of the NFL the last decade, the willingness to go for it even more often now on 4th down, as we've seen here.
Yeah, I think teams just continue to understand the NFL is not about yards, it's not about time of possession, it's about generating big plays, and it's about maximizing every position you have in sustaining the ball. So when you get opportunities at certain down and distances, at certain parts of the field, to use that extra down, it changes everything. And the last thing I'll say, Mike, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. We don't decide to go for it on fourth down, or at least I'll say the good teams don't decide to go for it on fourth down They knew they were going for it on fourth down 3 plays ago. They knew on 1st and 10, this was 4-down territory. So first down, second down, third down, the play caller is using that information to say, if I need fourth down, I have it. So I don't need to get it all on second, all on third. So it changes the philosophy and the flow of the play caller, and the players are a lot more comfortable nowadays being in these situations.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Third and short, and it's Daniel. Over the middle, he's got the gap. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Ready, set.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Daniels gonna throw again. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. Here's first and 10.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Washington.
Jack Panther.
Quick throw. That's Leggett on the RPO. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 14-yard line.
Ready.
They'll send a tight end in motion.
Ready.
Here's Bigsby. And he'll get into the end zone. Hank Bigsby. Touchdown, Commander. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. He's run well here in the first half of the season, as you see there. He's the NFL's rushing leader coming into this weekend.
Ready. Cut, cut.
Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Fucking play up here.
29-yard line.
10 cycles.
Oh my God.
In this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
The Commanders' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10.
Get it.
they give it to Bigsby, heading right. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Duran lands on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 20, here's second and 8.
Tag. Liking.
To throw is Daniel. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard.
Come on, come on. Back.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have the Commanders' first down as they are able to keep this drive moving.
Washington, first down. First down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. At the Cowboys' 5-yard line.
A run now on second down. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face third and goal.
Out wide, it's Leggett. And this is not going to work out. It's right a tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
I think it's safe to assume that is not how they envisioned that third down play call going, and now after going backwards, it's going to bring up fourth down.
Bates' kick is good. And the Commanders extend the lead to 24-0.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
And we've seen him take one back earlier in the year, and he just about added another one. He's proven to be someone to game plan against in the return game, and that was a heck of a run back.
The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. Their job made a little easier by that big kick return. They start in tremendous field position here.
Down. 45. White. Hut. Go. Hut.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Taken down by Jartavius Martin. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Ready.
Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up third and 10.
Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Back to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover. On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try.
45-yard attempt.
His kick is perfect. And the Cowboys are on the board now here in this second quarter.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start out first down and 10. yard on the ground. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington and AT&T Stadium after this. Second down, 8 yards to go.
60 boxes, 60 boxes.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Right side, catch made by Flores. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, hey.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready, go.
Throwing now, Daniel. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. DeMarvion Overshown in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third
Not
down.
good.
There's a ton of time left in this game. They don't need to feel like this is desperation mode, but they do feel the urgency to get stops, and that sack's going to go a long way to getting them off the field here. Continue to come away, giving up no points. Give the ball back to your offense and see if they can start chipping away.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cowboys offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. To throw is Lance. He'll complete that to his fullback.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Second and a yard.
Let's go.
Now Lance. The throw here is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay, ready?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Lance. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Come on, man.
He'll get up and clock it here, and they're set up to possibly get 3 before the break.
Ready?
Lance looking to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The Colts at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. He'll power it in from 1 yard out. Next up, how about a trip to Vegas, everybody? Checking in on the Raiders as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is Trey Tucker. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Raiders get back to 500. They even their mark at 3-3. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A return coming from the 14. Into space. And he will dive into the end zone. 84 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. What a start to the second half. They come right out of the locker room and take it all the way to the end zone for 6.
Mike, we got to find out what that halftime speech was by that coach, because apparently it worked. I mean, talk about a dream start here. You find yourself at halftime, you're regrouping, you want to come out in the third quarter and establish some rhythm and momentum. And boy, do they do that here with their kickoff unit, returning it for 6.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys are able to cut into the deficit.
Commanders 24, Cowboys 13. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Gain of 5. And the Commanders' 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
That's into the hands of Gabe Davis. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain there of 21. Good for a Commander's first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Commanders.
I love this call. My defense is thinking run here. It's second and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
Daniels going to keep this himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defensive strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them. And in this case, they're able to hold.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Bronco switch.
So
Bronco
backed
switch.
up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
Bronco
Working
switch. Bronco
out of the
switch.
gun, it's Daniels. A throw on the move is caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision maker. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one brought in at the 16-yard line. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
Now, faking the give. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. To throw, here's Lance. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far throughout the game, we've seen him make a lot of plays in the run game, but now he shows that he can hold his own in coverage as well. Really nice job there by the linebacker, making an impact in the passing game.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. That's the safety, Cameron Curl.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit over-eager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there is a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On first down, Daniels. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Daniels. Moving to his right. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 7.
Ready, ready.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll throw with Daniels. He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill, but this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Lance. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Cowboys.
Throwing, Lance. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away.
Guys didn't come from.
Ball's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And 3rd down coming up.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in P.I. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he is going to have a Cowboys 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
10 at the 44-yard
Come on,
line.
set. 45, wide. Set, cut.
Off play action. He'll set up the throw. And they're going to get to him and
Fuck, they
take him
practice
down.
this play
Take
for
it back to the other
fucking
side of
bullshit.
midfield. Johnny Newton in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Snap. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Brings up third down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and that's going to bring up third and real. Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And the defense signaling safety here. The official says he made it out of the end zone, but not by much.
These situations here, Mike, you can see this defensive line is just chomping at the bit. They can see a safety coming. They don't quite get the safety in this case. They still hold him to no gain. Brings up second down.
What the fuck ever, man?
He's to midfield. To the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 99 yards. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Good with the extra point. And the Commanders will extend this third quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 15. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again. They'll look to pick up the pace.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Third down and 12 yards to go.
Out of the gun. He'll throw. He's going to be taken down. A sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. Derek Hall. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long.
Set punt. 52 blue.
They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete.